All right. Matt, the mortgage guy. And today I'm going to talk about mortgage rates. Folks can never get enough about mortgage rates. Where are mortgage rates at? Where are they going? What can we expect? Is this the calm before the storm? I'll get into that. Before I do, if you would consider like, comment, subscribe. As a mortgage broker, I'm following mortgage news, I'm following real estate news, and I'm reporting to you what I hear, what I see on the streets, talking to people day in and day out, real estate agents, consumers, and the like, industry experts, what they see, what I see, what I glean from articles like this one. So without further ado, let's get into it. Matthew Graham writes for Mortgage News Daily. Great guy, writes great articles. And I enjoyed this one yesterday, so I thought I'd share some of my thoughts on it because I've talked a little bit about this Fed meeting coming up, which is in a few days here now. Jackson Hole meeting, which they're going to do virtually. Jerome Powell is going to be speaking this Friday, August 27th. And depending on what he says, depending on what comes out of this meeting, it could cause a shift in interest rates one way or another. And I think that that's, if you want to sum up what this article says, it basically says that for the last month, rates have been fairly flat. There hasn't been a lot of volatility. There's always daily ups and downs and whatnot. But for the most part, rates have been fairly flat. Change is coming. He highlighted this right here, right? For better or worse, right? If this Jackson Hole meeting on Friday, there is some concern about, different things going on in the economy and whatnot, then they might just put their tapering plans on hold. They might just say, listen, we can't do anything that's going to impact rates because the market can't take it right now, right? And so whenever there's volatility and we know that, there's a little bit of uncertainty with Afghanistan, there's a little bit of uncertainty with COVID. And I think he even mentions kids going back to school in here. Like, we don't know what is going to happen with, my kids going back to school next week and people across the country getting kids back in school, right? So anyhow, that's just a little bit of that. I'll show you here because I know people like the charts. And let me get to MBS Highway. My friends over at MBS Highway, they've always got good stuff. And I like looking at this because it kind of just shows you what mortgage rates have been doing, what they've been up to. When it's green and it's going up, that means mortgage rates are getting better. When it's red and it's going down, that means mortgage rates are getting worse. I think this is 30 days. Let me go back here. June, the beginning of June. June, July, August. Okay, so this is the last quarter. This is the last 90 days, pretty much. And if you look at where we're at now compared to where we were 90 days ago, you can almost say that's fairly flat, right? We've stayed in this range, fairly tight range, where we saw from mid-June until early August, like getting slightly better, right? Kind of an upward trend where things got better and better. And then I think I was going to say August 2nd. It was August 2nd, maybe August 3rd, where you had some bad days. My birthday week, things got worse, right? And then we've been slowly recovering from that worsening in early August. But for all intents and purposes, let me see what these 102, and now we're, like 70 basis points isn't a humongous shift, right? So for all intents and purposes, it's been relatively flat, like the article states. Will be interesting to see what happens after this Jackson Hole meeting. And I think that this is like, if you're looking for an event and if you're looking for a change in mortgage interest rates, you're going to get it one way or another this Friday. Either Jerome Powell is going to come out and say, listen, we are not going to start our tapering until, let's call it the end of 2022. We've got some uncertainty. We've got to make sure that the market stabilizes. Truth be told, there's some people that haven't been able to take advantage of super low interest rates. And maybe that's an incentive for the Fed to say, hey, we're going to continue to keep rates low so that some of the people that haven't been able to take advantage of this low interest rate environment and go out there and get cheap debt, let them play, right? Before we do anything and change policy. Or the Fed could say, you know what? We've got to do this sometime. We're going to start Q4 of 2021. That's like that's the complete opposite, right? Where there's like, all right, we're going to start, and they start talking about that. Then we're going to see an immediate worsening, and rates will start to tick up. But in Matt's article here, he talks about the Fed announcing in September. They've got another meeting in September. So if we don't get any clarity from this late August meeting, that is the end of this week, maybe we'll get some clarity next month. But just a quick video to say, if you're in a position where you got to decide whether to lock or not, make sure that you're paying attention. Make sure that the mortgage professional you're working with is paying attention the end of this week. Me and I think all of my clients are locked. I don't have many clients that want to gamble, right? And say, hey, this loan looks great. How would you feel if it got a quarter worse between Friday and Tuesday? None of my clients are willing to take that gamble right now. And so if you like it, lock it is our stance for the most part. So we've got a bunch of locked loans over here with my operation. So anyhow, hopefully this was helpful. Just a quick little word about this Jackson Hole meeting, which I think people have been talking about for months, finally going to be here. And it'll be interesting to see what gets said at this meeting. Again, I've said this in past videos. It's not even necessarily, a plan or any of that. It's just what they say, what their plans are, and whatnot. Like Q1 of 2022, Q4 of 2022, the tone of what they say and how they say it is going to determine how mortgage interest rates react. So hopefully this is helpful. If you have any questions at all, reach out to me in California, matt@mattthemortgageguy.com. If you're outside of California, go ahead and fill out the form, greatmortgagebroker.com, and we'll connect you with a great broker who can help you out there. Thanks for watching.